The roar of Blackstone Falls could be heard nearly a mile away. Every spring, snowmelt transformed the Blackstone River into a violent torrent, turning calm water into a churning wall of white foam racing toward a 60-foot waterfall. Bright warning signs lined the riverbank. Danger, fast current, keep away. 8-year-old Tyler Benson never saw them. He was chasing his favorite red baseball cap after a sudden gust of wind carried it toward the river. His mother looked away for only a second to answer a phone call. By the time she turned back, Tyler had reached for the hat. The muddy bank gave way beneath his feet. He disappeared into the raging water. "No!" Her scream echoed across the park. Tyler surfaced 30 yards downstream, gasping as the current spun him helplessly through the icy water. The falls were less than a quarter-mile ahead. 4 strangers heard the scream. Jack Donovan, a construction foreman eating lunch nearby. Miguel Alvarez, an off-duty paramedic fishing from the opposite bank. Owen Carter, a college rowing coach jogging the Riverside Trail. Samuel Brooks, a retired firefighter walking his Labrador. None of them had ever met. Each reacted without hesitation. Jack sprinted toward the emergency rescue cabinet mounted near the trail. Miguel called 911 while running alongside the river, never taking his eyes off Tyler. Owen spotted an aluminum rowboat tied to a small dock. Samuel began directing terrified bystanders. "Call for more help! Keep everyone back from the edge!" Tyler vanished beneath the surface. 1 second, 2, 3. Then he emerged coughing violently. His tiny hands reached toward the sky before another wave pulled him downstream. Miguel knew the river. "The bend," he pointed ahead. "If we can stop him there, it's our only chance." Jack arrived carrying 200 feet of rescue rope. Without exchanging names, the men worked as though they had trained together for years. Owen untied the rowboat. Samuel secured one end of the rescue rope around the trunk of an ancient oak tree. Jack wrapped the other end around his waist. Miguel climbed into the boat beside Owen. The current immediately seized it. The river fought them every inch of the way. Water crashed over the bow. Branches slammed against the hull. The rope stretched so tightly it groaned under the strain. Tyler was getting closer to the falls. The thunder of the cascading water grew louder with every passing second. Suddenly, crack! A heavy tree limb struck the side of the boat. Owen was thrown into the river. The current instantly swept him away. Now there were 2 lives hanging in the balance. Samuel never hesitated. He grabbed a second rope from the rescue cabinet and ran downstream, matching Owen's desperate struggle through the rapids. Jack dug his boots into the muddy bank, refusing to let the rescue line slip despite the tremendous force pulling against him. Every muscle screamed in protest. "I've got you!" Miguel crawled onto the bow of the pitching boat. Only 20 feet separated him from Tyler now. "Come on!" The boy surfaced again, crying for his mother. Miguel lunged. His fingertips brushed Tyler's jacket. Missed. The boat drifted sideways. One more chance. As Tyler swept past, Miguel threw himself almost completely into the freezing water. His left hand locked onto the back of Tyler's coat. "I've got him!" Jack leaned backward with everything he had. The rope tightened. The boat lurched violently. For a terrifying moment, it looked as though everyone would be pulled into the current together. Meanwhile, Samuel reached Owen. "Grab it!" Owen caught the rescue rope with one hand, while barely keeping his head above water. Several bystanders rushed forward. Without anyone telling them what to do, they grabbed the rope behind Samuel. One after another. A teenager, a grandmother, a cyclist, a park ranger who had just arrived. Together they formed a human chain. Slowly, painfully, they pulled Owen to shore. Back on the river, Miguel held Tyler tightly against his chest as Owen's drifting boat spun toward the brink of the falls without them. Jack continued pulling, foot by foot, inch by inch. Finally, the boat scraped against the riverbank. Bystanders rushed into the shallow water and lifted Tyler into waiting arms. His mother fell to her knees, sobbing as she wrapped him in the tightest embrace of his young life. "I'm here. I'm here. I'm so sorry." Tyler clung to her. "I thought I wasn't going to see you again." There wasn't a dry eye along the riverbank. Minutes later, ambulances, firefighters, and police officers flooded the park. As reporters arrived, they searched for the heroes. Instead, they found four soaked, exhausted men sitting together on the curb. Only then did they introduce themselves. "I'm Jack." "Miguel." "Owen." "Sam." One reporter asked the question everyone wanted answered. "How did you know exactly what each other was going to do?" Jack looked at the others and shrugged. "We didn't." Miguel smiled. "We just knew what had to be done." Months later, the town dedicated a bronze sculpture overlooking Blackstone Falls. It didn't depict medals or uniforms. Instead, it showed four ordinary men reaching toward a child above rushing water. Beneath it, a simple inscription read, "Heroes aren't always the people who know each other. Sometimes they're strangers who refuse to let another stranger face tragedy alone." Every year on the anniversary of the rescue, Tyler and his family returned with 4 extra picnic lunches, one for Jack, one for Miguel, one for Owen, one for Sam. The 4 men still laughed that they had met on the worst day of Tyler's life. Tyler always smiled and corrected them. "No, it was the day 4 strangers became my heroes." If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.